All right, guys, Dr. Dill here. I'm going to present to you Goals Gone Bad because we hit 420 attendees in our last ACE seminar. And the reason that these make sense together is because when you build your team and you work together as a team, you can hit your goals. If not, then you're not going to hit your goals unless you make your goals too easy. So let's talk about the two problems that I see people have with their goals. Number one, you set your goal too low and you don't grow. If you're setting goals and you're making it easy and you're not challenging yourself, your team doesn't have to work together as a team. Then you don't grow, you don't expand, you don't help as many people. If you set your goal way too high, then it's unrealistic. People give up. They don't think it's obtainable. And that is real. Like, you want to set goals in that sweet spot where you challenge yourself and you have to work together as a team. But if it's too high, they'll lose interest. So, one more thing to kind of clarify. We may set our goals at one level, but our bonuses can be based off of where our profitability is. So after you pay yourself and you calculate your overhead and you figure in how much you're actually going to pay out in bonuses, then you can set what your bonus level is going to be. But this is for goals. And if you hit your goals, then the bonuses can be even bigger. I don't tell my staff ahead of time what their bonus is going to be because I don't know what the profitability is going to be. That's calculated later. Let's get into some simple math. I do have a calculator here because I'm doing this on the spot. Some of these things I can do in my head probably. So let's just say you're doing $100,000 in a month and you go back and you look and you calculate out how many days you work in each month. You can go back to your schedule and you can say, well, this month I worked 20 days, this month I worked 20 days, this month I worked 20 days. So in a perfect world, we'd work the same amount of days. And so you could say 20 days, and that means that you're doing $5,000 per day. That's what you're capable of. You're not capable of $100,000 a month, you're capable of $5,000 a day. This is assuming that all days are equal. Some of you guys may work 10 or 12 hour days. Some of you guys may work 4 or 6 hour days on Fridays or Mondays or whatever. So you want to calculate, hourly if all your days are not equal. But if all your days are 8 hour days, then you can do it by the day. So $5,000 per day. If you're wanting to say, okay, well, next month I want to come up with a different goal. I want to just do $130,000. Well, that's just arbitrary. I think $130,000 sounds pretty and it'll be growth. But what you can do that's a little bit more specific is you can go back to the days of the previous months. Let's just say over the last 2 months you look and you worked 40 of those days, and out of those 40, 32 of those days, you actually hit like $6,500. But the other 8 days, you actually only did like $2,500. So it brought the average daily down to $5,000. So now what you can do is just get rid of those low days. Don't do a $3,200 day. Don't do a $2,500 day anymore. Try to set it to where your average then goes up. So you're conscious that you don't want to have a $2,500 day. So in the moment, if you're feeling like you're having a down day, do what you can to get it up. That'll help bring your average up. But if you say, okay, well, I want to do, $5,300 per day, that seems feasible for me to be able to get my average up. I want to do $5,300 a day. Well, let's just say that this is working 20 days. Well, let's say the next month you've got, let's say you have on the next month, 21 days. So now your goal is actually going to be $111,300 because you've got 21 days. But see, this would be unrealistic if, come to find out, you only had like 17 days at $5,300 per day. So now you're going to be at $90,000. Seems like you're going backwards, doesn't it? Because $100,000 a day. But you're not really going backwards because you wouldn't have hit that anyways. At 17 working days, at $5,000 average day, you would have been lower than that. You would have just missed your goal. So at this point, you're still more profitable because at 17 days, well, you're not paying your payroll. There's 4 days of missing payroll. Now, they may have vacation time and stuff they can use, but you're not really paying payroll. You're not having like the overhead of working those 4 extra days that month. So you're still coming out good. Maybe you do 90,000, but your overhead was way lower that month because you worked less days. It varies. You could work 14 or 15 days in a month. You could go all the way up to 24, 25 days a month. And that's without the doctor taking any time off. You might have holidays that you have to, that are factored in there without the doctor actually taking a vacation or anything. So you want to factor these things in, and that's how you want to try to grow and expand and help more people, is by focusing on what you can do in a day and eliminating those really, really low days. If you could do that, you're going to grow. All right, I hope this helps. See you at the next ACE seminar.